Hey, what's up, guys? So I don't know. I'm starting the stream with this right now. I don't know if it was streaming before or not, but yeah, I think it is streaming before. So I'm just gonna get back to this. If the stock's trading over here, all we care about is what's going on in this general area with the history. We do not care about what's going on down here. We do not care about what's going down here, you know? So let me clear the screen for you guys a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna set up my chart analysis right now. And basically these are the the 3 year 1 day price lines. These matter more than what you than like intraday, right? Because we're gonna have a lot of levels intraday, as you guys are gonna see right now. So let's go. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into the 90-day, 30-minute time frame, and let's see what's going on over here. So we definitely have some type of critical point over here, right? Uh, Over here as well. So the stock is trading in between here. Definitely got something over here. Okay, what do we got above here? We got, because most things tend to repeat, you know? So we got basically every $5, every $5 to $6. There's a price level, and this is on the 30-minute chart. Once we get into the 5 day, 5 minute, things are going to be a little bit more clearer. Like, for example, right here, if you see right here, this is why I'm setting up my critical point. In the past 5 days, right? Tested this over here, tested this over here, got rejected. Now over here, it's acting as a support. So you could have got in at this point right here, and you would have profited over here. And obviously on the 3 day, 3 year, 1 day, the red line, that's your exit. It's a very simple play. This is why I care so much about chart analysis and why I find this so important. Obviously, if you're trading or you're holding positions for a longer time frame, over anything, if you're holding anything overnight, there's got to be some type of fundamentals that are playing with it, some type of great news that will keep it running, or some type of bad news that will keep it pushing down. I don't. For me, I like to day trade, and this is what I'm sticking to. This is what works for me. You guys have to figure out your bad habits and how to control them, and your good habits. Some of you guys are going to be better at swing trading. Some of you guys are going to be better at scalping. Some of you guys are going to be better investors overall, like over a longer time period. You got to find out what works for you and try to get better and put systems. You have to have systems in place for your bad habits. If you don't have systems in place for your bad habits, you will fail. For example, for me today, right? I'm calling out this play right here. We all do mistakes. Guess what I did? I woke up around 12:40. First of all, I shouldn't be trading after 11, right? That's one of the rules that I have for myself. I shouldn't be trading after 11. So what did I do? I seen this rejection over here, right below the 295 level. I got in at this price point at 1250. Took this bar. This was a complete like looking back at it, this was completely stupid because if you look at the whole time frame, right? This stock is obviously uptrending right now. If we look back even more, let's go back to the 90-day, 30-minute, right? It's swinging sideways and it has potential to push up to 300. What's stopping it? You know? So, yes, it did get rejected at a critical point of 295. That was stupid of me to get in because that was not a high probability play. I'm looking. You guys, when you come to buy food, you guys think three, four times about where you're going to eat, where you're getting the most value for your money. Am I right? Okay. Some some people like Chipotle more than McDonald's. So that's where you value your money. So invest wisely. It's the same concept. Think two, three times about it. Make sure. So when you're thinking two, three times about it, I'm saying like set up a system where it cuts that time, like that thinking, because when you're day trading, you want to think less. So if you have a checklist, it's above 5%, it's at a critical point, great news, this, and that, it meets your old checklist. You don't have to think three or two times. But most of you guys don't have a system. So make sure you have a system. Figure it out. The only way to figure it out is to start live trading and documenting every trade. Journal every trade. You're going to figure out where the fuck ups happen. All right. For example, I'm going over this trade right now. All right. So I'm going to go back into a 5-minute time frame. So what happened over here is I got in here. I seen active trader, uh, time and sales in level 2. Price kept pushing down. This was not green. This was red, 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 red. And obviously I'm not explaining the full thing behind time and sales. But to get an easier understanding is each transaction was lower than the other. That's about it. And there was no buyers holding the price back. I got puts. I was shorting the stock. So there was no buyers until 187. There was about 20 people sitting there, right? Uh, I've seen a lot of more selling pressure overall compared to buying pressure. So what happens is volume starting to die down, right? Bad move. Compared to the whole day, volume's dying down. Just look at this. This is where the play could have happened. Nice volume. You could have caught this run up. So I got into this position right here, got back in. I didn't like the price action, so I cut my losses very quickly. It wasn't a loss. I made $50 on the day. But how much am I risking? I'm risking $3,000 on this play. So, for example, if this stock was doing a staircase, right? It's going up, taking a break, going up, taking a break. It could have took a break right here, then went up. I could have lost completely my $3,000. That was a very stupid play of me. And I did not like it. I did not like it. And I'm just sharing my mistakes so you guys get a better understanding. So, another thing is if you guys have any questions, please send it in the questions tab on the Discord. I'll show you guys right now. Let it load. Okay. So now let's go over Apple. Apple. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly go to the 5-minute time frame. I'm not gonna go do chart analysis. over a longer period of time. But yeah, so this is way too choppy. I wouldn't have gotten maybe over here for the break, but this was not a good play at all. So if you guys, sorry, my mouse pad is so small. So okay, if you come to Trades with T, if you come to the questions tab, just put your questions in here, and I'll definitely answer them in the next video. Uh, yeah. So uh, next recap, I'll go over whatever questions that you guys would like. Just let me know. So Apple is a no go for me. I could see it right off the bat. Let's look at Netflix. I think people had a nice couple of plays on Netflix. So there you go. Oh, that was me. I'm telling you, man, I did not get enough sleep yesterday. Uh, what else? Roku. Let's see what happened with Roku. Roku. Nice downtrend. This is a nice downtrend, okay? So I'm literally going to have it right here, okay? Let's go over this. So first 5 minutes, not trading, right? Sometimes what I like to do the first 5 minutes, I like to have uh, a bar at the end of the wick and at the top of the wick. What happens there is the stock is giving me direction. So if it breaks below the bottom wick, you could get into the position because it's giving you direction. All right. So now, what am I doing? Right. Uh, honestly, I wouldn't have gotten into this first play. Volume still matched. It was nice, but definitely would have got into the second play, depending on time and sales and level two. I would have gotten here as it's taking a break because it had a nice move down. Where am I setting my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be right, guys. Okay. So I would set my stop loss over here. I would have entered here. Right. Now, the stock has moved down even lower. Keep it going. As it's going lower, what are you doing? You're setting your stop loss a little bit higher. So if the stock is ranging in this area, just bring it down a little bit lower at the close of this candle. Don't do it while the candle, if you have 10 seconds left, it's confirming that this candle is going to close at this price range. So have it over here. Next candle is moving down. Push it down. You see the open of this candle is going down. Have it down. Now, your stop loss is going to stay in this area. Why? Because you don't want to get faked out by market makers. Because what's happening right here is buyers and sellers are fighting right now in this area. So we want to see who's taking control. So all you got to do is just wait. Your stop loss is right there. So for example, if the stock were to go up, it's going to hit your stop. That's it. You're still in the green. Look at this. You caught the whole move. Just relax. So this is why it's so important to have your stop loss where it is, because you don't want to get faked out. For example, if you've seen this candle and you have your stop loss in this area, you're going to get stopped out from the price action. So as the price goes down, you see this big move down, you move your stop loss. That's it. Just wait till it hits your stop loss. Now, at the closing of this candle, you can move your stop loss right here. As this price keeps going down, move it lower and lower and lower. But this is I'm telling you guys right now, this is a very close stop loss. These are all very close stop loss. And now as the price is moving down, your stop loss is over here. Now what happens? This closes, right? Now you have your stop loss. I would say I would keep it right here, depending on what's going on. Now, what you're doing is you're just gonna wait until your stop loss finishes. That's it. Once the stock is trending back up, it's gonna hit your stop loss, and you caught the entirety of the move. You managed your position. Your emotions are not taking control of you. You know what you are doing. You are understanding the play. So it's your emotions are not kicking in and you're understanding what's going on. This is why I'm telling you guys this is very important. So let's go on to another play because I am going to repeat this over and over and over again because trading is so basic. You need to understand level 2, time and sales, price action, volume, and keep aware of the time. That is why this is so important. If you understand these, if you understand these 4 or 5 things on a deeper level, you will be a profitable trader. But to get there, this takes practice. Right now, I cannot explain what's going on with tape and level 2. It only happens during the market. For example, if you're trying to become a better basketball player, you have to step onto the court and play a couple of games to understand, to get the IQ, get the gist of everything, get a feeling for everything. So please get into the game. That's the only way you're going to succeed. Let's go over some other plays. What might be a good play today? Let's see. Beyond Snap. Nah, not liking any of these. Let's see. Beyond, nice downward, the downward move. Honestly, if you wanted to get into Beyond at the closing, you could have easily seen a resistance over here. And yeah, this was a fake out right here. And at the end of this candle, you could have caught the move. Volume did pick up. It was nice. No, I wouldn't have gotten into this for myself. Let's go see Facebook. Facebook. Okay. So Facebook was a nice move. Let's take a step back. Go all the way back. Okay. So we're gonna set up our price line. So I'm gonna only look over here. Now that we have, okay, seems about right. So at the open on Thursday, reached that 197 level, got faked out. So basically today, it retested that 190, excuse me, 197 level. But as we see, it broke the 197 level. But what's happening to value? It is decreasing. If you see that, right? So you could have gotten to puts easily. So once you've seen that big red candle, it's closing. There's 5 to 10 seconds left on the candle, right? You see this. Now, the stock, since it already made a move down, it's taking a nice break. Always draw a square around these wicks. It's just taking a nice break. Imagine if this was one candle. It's okay. Now what happens? It breaks the level. Keeps going. Keeps going. What happens over here? It takes a nice 5-minute break. because the stock is pushing down. Honestly, the volume isn't the best, but you could have taken the play if you wanted to. Then what happens over here is the stock is taking a break. It's market makers are trying to eat up the prices so the stock could continue. Obviously now we have went from 197 to about 193. That's that's about a that's about a $3 to $4 move. So after this, if you look at just strictly these wicks, it's telling you buyers are supporting the price. You could have read it on the buyer side for the level 2. And if you see times and sales increasing, get out. And if you had your stop loss over here, you would have gotten out over here anyways. So that'll be all for today, guys. Please send your questions in the Discord. Uh, and let's go over some more plays tomorrow.